Hey you guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you're an oldie but goodie, welcome back. So you guys, in today's video, I will be doing a takedown of my knotless box braids, which I've already did half of my hair, as well as do a horror story on my knotless braids installation, which is quite a story, you guys. So you guys, feel like my lips are chapped. Let me go ahead and just moisten my lips just a little bit. I have this fresh lip balm, the salted caramel. So good. But anyways, before we get started into this video, if you are new to my channel, welcome again. And don't forget to hit that good old subscribe button down below. Click that red button, join the TAM KAM fam, and let's go get into this good old takedown and horror story, okay? So like I said, as you can see, I've already taken down half of my hair. I had these knotless braids in for about a month now, and since with me working out and stuff, it's just time to take these bad boys out. Like my hair, yeah, let's get into the story. So now I see that, you know, knotless braids is kind of like a big new type of protective style that people are doing nowadays. You know, as far as with box braids, people don't do the typical box braids anymore, and people are more focused on doing the knotless braids. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and try the knotless braids, see how they are, which I actually like them, but they seem like they don't last too long. So with my journey of trying to find someone to actually do my braids, it wasn't hard, but it also wasn't easy. So I have this braider that actually does my hair all the time, whether I want box braids, a crochet hair, which, you know, I always get that. So I reached out to her when I was thinking about getting these knotless braids, and I asked her if she does knotless braids, because she does box braids. Unfortunately, she did not know how to do knotless braids. So I was like, ugh, that kind of sucked, because I love going to her. I've been going to her for I think like 2 years now to get box braids and crochet hair, and she is a kitchen beautician. Look, but she's a good one, obviously, because I go to her all the time. But yeah, so someone actually recommended me to someone that does knotless braids. So they gave me their number, didn't know the person at all, gave me their number or whatever. And so I texted the person. I was like, hey, you know, I was recommended by so-and-so that you do knotless braids. And the person was like, yeah, I do knotless braids or whatever like that. And I was like, okay, cool. So I was asking her, the first thing I always ask before like even really like getting too deep in with a new person that's going to touch my hair is, do you have any type of pictures or anything of the work that you do, of the style that I want or whatever? So she was like, oh, she doesn't really take pictures, but she has a video. So I'm like, okay, you know, a video, picture, it doesn't matter as long as I can see like the work. So she sent me this video that was like literally like 3 seconds. Like it was so freaking fast, and it was low-key kind of blurry. I don't know if it was like iPhone or Galaxy, because you know, it's a little difficult. I am the Galaxy user, period. But yeah, so she sent me the video, and I couldn't really see how good it looked or whatever, but I just kind of like I trusted a person that actually recommended me this person. So I was like, okay, you know, it looks like box braids from the video, kind of, sort of, or whatever. I don't really know exactly what knotless braids are, but I just want to try them out. So she was like, oh, how big do you want them? I said, well, I want it like, you know, like a medium size. I don't want them too large, and I definitely don't want them too small. And she was like, okay, that's cool. So I was like, you know, first of all, when I get my hair done, I do not like sitting in the chair for hours, okay? So I asked her, I said, how long does it take to install the knotless braids? She specifically said, what, 3 to 4 hours? 3 to 4 hours. So I said, okay, cool, that is good, because my original person that does my braids only take 3 hours, you know, sometimes 3.5, but baby, that is beautiful time for me, because I just can't do 6, 8 hours, 10 hours. I can't do that in a chair, because like my butt start hurting. I just get annoyed, and I'm tired of being in that place, okay? So also forgot to mention that this person was also a kitchen beautician, okay? And so I was like, okay, cool, you know, that's good. Hopefully the story isn't long. I said, okay, cool, you know, that's perfect time for me or whatever like that. So she said, yeah. I said, okay, so how much do you charge? Because first of all, you know, this knotless braid stuff, it's kind of expensive, box braids in general. But my kitchen beautician, my original person, she only charged me like $80, $90 to get my box braids done, which are bomb. Okay? And yeah, so I'm like, you know, expecting maybe like $120 since it's like the new wave of box braids. So she was like $65. And I was like, $65? I said, that's cheaper than the girl that does my box braids. I said, that's a little bit too cheap. Red flag number one, okay? You guys, if something is too cheap or too good to be true, it probably is. Seriously. So, yeah. So I said, okay, cool, or whatever, you know, that's fine. And I also asked her if she know how to do like triangle parts, because one thing with me is that I love to get triangle parts with box braids. I just feel like triangle parts make the hair look extra cute, okay? Not just cute, but extra cute. So she said, yeah, she know how to do triangle parts. So I said, okay, cool, this sounds good. So I don't know, you know, what she freaking look like or anything, where she live. So when the day came, rewind. When I was at work and I was telling people, oh, you know, I found someone to do my knotless braids, and it was like, oh, for real? How much is she charging? I said $65. One of my coworkers said, 65? Tell me how that go. First of all, when anyone tells you, tell me how that go, you probably shouldn't go. You probably should not freaking go. Okay, like, my gosh. So when the day came, or the day before, I was like, okay, you know, what's your address or whatever? I'm gonna go after work, yada yada, or whatever like that. So she gave me her address. First of all, the address was on this terrible street in the city that, like, it's known to just, it's like a freaking roller coaster, okay? So I said, oh my gosh. I said, oh, gotta go way on that raggedy street. So I was like, okay. That was also a red flag. It was a red flag because I know what sits on that street and it's not too many good things. So I was like, okay, whatever, you know, whatever. So that morning when I started driving towards her residence, I was like, I was just passing up all the good locations, and then it was just getting worse and worse and worse down the road. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I finally found the actual address, sis, I was like, it looks like if I do my hair up in here, my car is probably going to get snatched and I'm not going to have a car when I leave out of here. But I was like, you know what, maybe the inside of the place look fine or whatever, you know, it's just the outside, you know, don't judge. Woo, child. So I got a little lost trying to find a place or whatever like that, like the actual, her like place of residence, actual number or whatever, because it was an apartment. And called her or whatever. She found me when I was lost trying to find a place, which was nice. There's actually this younger girl that actually did my hair, and I was like, oh damn, she's like super duper young. I didn't know, you know, I thought this was like an adult that was gonna do my hair. I mean, it doesn't really matter who does my hair as long as you do it good. Follow her to her place or whatever like that. Sit down, get in there. It's not really the cleanest. Yeah, so I sit down or whatever, you know, she's separating her hair, had the little stand thing where you put your hair at and stuff like that. So I said, okay, you know, she's prepping her hair. Obviously, she knows what she's doing or whatever like that, which is cool. So after that, you know, I'm sitting down, you know, she's, you know, going through my hair, whatever, partner and stuff like that. I noticed her mom, like, they had someone else in the, I didn't even know if it was her mom or not, to be honest, but her mom was actually doing someone else's hair too in the place. And I was like, I didn't know this was gonna be like, you know, like an inside beauty salon type of thing where like other people's gonna be here, which is fine with me. I don't really care, but it's just like, I didn't know that was gonna happen. So when she started to do my hair, she actually asked me and confirmed, you know, if I liked the size of the first braid. And I was like, okay, yeah, you know, this is a good size or whatever like that. So first of all, like I said, I did come from work, so I was very, very tired that morning. I was freaking falling asleep in the chair, right? So, you know, the other person that was in the other chair, they was talking, having conversation, but I wasn't really like paying attention or listening or anything like that because I was tired, okay? So, you know, she was parting my hair, getting through my hair, but I just noticed like the time was just going by and I'm just like, there's a good bit of my hair still left here. So let's say if she did half of my hair, it was already like 2.5 hours for just like maybe almost half of my hair. And I was like sitting there clocking the time, I'm like, man, we're not even like close to being finished. And she told me 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours, and it's almost hitting 3 hours and we're not even halfway done. So I'm like, if we're not halfway done at 3, then half, you know, times 2 equals double that time. So probably 6 hours. And that's not what I signed up for, okay? And I feel like if you know how to do hair, you know, and if you do certain hair on a regular, you already know what time you're going to be finished. You know, the hair, no matter like, you know, if someone comes with long hair, you know when you're going to be done with the certain length, you know, when it's going to be done. So one thing that really, really annoyed me with the situation of getting my hair done is the fact that, okay, I know people use gel and jams or whatever to like part your hair, which is fine. I love my parts to be nice and slick. I approve, okay? Approve. But it just seemed like when she was doing my hair, like she kept focusing on my edges. And like literally, like she'll do a braid, flick edge control, swoop, swoop, swoop. And I'm sitting here like, you didn't even finish the braids here. Why are we caring about the edges, baby? You know, I feel like you're doing my braids. Deal with the edges last, or deal with the edges when you get to that braid or whatever. But you don't need to keep coming back to the edges. Please, baby, I'm gonna have product builds up. We don't want that. And it's like, she's in the back of my hair, literally do a braid, let me slick some more edge. I'm just like, baby, how much edge control do I need up there? I feel like you put like a week worth of edge control up there for a daily, you know, application. And it got to the point that I was like, when she finally got like close to the front, I said, oh, you don't need to put no more edge control up there because I'm gonna have product buildup. I said, we could leave the edges alone. I mean, I feel like I have no room to put edges on my, you know, on my own when I get to my house. When she was like, maybe like 75% of my hair, I had to go to the bathroom real bad because, you know, I just came from work. And at that point, 75% of my hair, it was already clocking 4 hours. We was already past 4 hours. So I'm already sitting up like, first of all, I'm supposed to be like almost in my bed at this point. You know, you told me 3 to 4 hours and we're already at 4 hours and we're still like 75%. So I went to the restroom because I needed to pee. And, you know, I could feel the braids is, you know, nice little length. Obviously, you know, I purchased the hair. But when I look in the mirror, I see that my ends of my braids are not braided all the way down. Like, it have like, let's say my hair, let's say I actually got my hair this length. Like, it will be this much of hair not braided. And I'm just like, why isn't my whole hair not braided? I don't understand. When I get box braids, the entire hair is braided. Even if it's just a little piece here, that's understandable because once it's dipped in water, it'll smooth out. But majority of the hair is braided. So I get out the bathroom. I told the girl, I said, yeah, are you gonna braid my hair down like all the way? She said, oh yeah. She said, I'm gonna do that or whatever. And then so now she starts going back into the hair that's already braided to try to finish those braids off. And I'm just sitting here like, bruh, this is gonna take way longer than 4 hours because we're already at 4 hours, which it really did. Okay, so when she finally did finish my hair, which took 6.5 hours, okay, yo, I had like an interview to do, like a phone call interview to do at like, let's say like 1 o'clock. Okay, I didn't get out until 3 o'clock. I had to keep telling this person to push back the interview to the point that the person didn't even call me. I had to just call them at 3 o'clock when I was done. Thank God that I still got the job. But I'm just like, you know, I was just like so agitated. And then like when I get into the car, I see my hair like this. As you can see, no tucking at all. Like, my hair is brown. You know, I've dealt with people that braid hair and they tuck your hair underneath the braid, blend it in some type of way, whatever you want to call it. My hair is just sitting on top of the braids, just on top. So I was just like so agitated when I finally got done with everything. Like, no lie, like, one thing with me is I always want to tip people, you know, when they do good work or whatever. I tip people all the time. I love to tip appropriately. And I had the money of how much the braids cost in one pocket and then my tip in the other. Sis, when I left out of there, I just took the money out of how much the braids cost. The tip money stayed in my pocket because I was just like, first of all, this took too long. My hair was not braided all the way down. When she finally heated it, like put it into the water, like it smoothed it out just a little bit, but it was still not all the way braided. My braids was physically, like, some braids were bigger than the other. Like in this area, I wish I could have showed y'all, but some of the braids was bigger than the other. Some of them were like, had like clumps, like, I don't know, it was just a hot mess. And then I noticed, like, when she got towards the front, there were no more triangle parts. It was just like weird shapes going on. So I'm just like, 3 to 4 hours to do my hair, fail. Triangle parts, fail. Okay, like, actually knowing how to do the style correctly, fail. Everything was like such a red flag, from the moment of the price to the location to going inside to, like, I was just like, I was really like so upset with my hair. And even though I kept it in for a month only because my boyfriend was like, oh no, just keep it in, you know, you paid your money, I was literally gonna take it out, not that day, because I think I didn't have work, but I really wanted to take it out like that day, or like in a couple days, like after his birthday, because it was around his birthday. Like, I wanted to take these braids out, okay, because I was like, this is not what I wanted. I don't care about losing money. This is just not what I wanted, or whatever. I'd rather actually go find someone and pay them $160, whatever, one something, to do the correct way. Like, for you to not blend my hair, like, this just looks insane. Like, look how, like, I could literally like do a 2-strand twist with this hair sitting out here, like, for real. Like, it's just like, and I understand, you know, people have to learn and stuff like that, but please, that's what mannequins and everything is for, okay? It's not meant for people to spend their money and then you don't do it the correct way, like, at all. Like, y'all, like, that was the worst installation I have ever had. And I was praying that I would not have to tell a horror story about my hair ever in life. But yeah, today is that day that I have to tell you. But I highly suggest you guys, when it comes to Kitchen Beauticians, you know, I don't knock Kitchen Beauticians at all, because like I said, I have one that I go to all the time. But definitely know your Kitchen Beautician before you go. Make sure that they at least have like maybe like an Instagram page or something where they have like photos of like their work, or if they can send you photos of their work. Another good thing would be to actually, like, you know, if you can, like, contact the people that actually got their hair done from them, you know, so they can give you like their own review on their installation. You know, was it long? Was it, you know, a short installation? Like, was the person rude? Like, what, give you the tea on the Kitchen Beautician before you go, okay? Because everyone that's a Kitchen Beautician, baby, you just need to stay in the kitchen and not do no type of beautician, okay? Period. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of these braids off camera, okay? I just got a few more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and come back, you guys. Okay, you guys, so I'm officially done taking out every single one of my braids. Ooh, child, my hair, girl, I miss it. Look how funky my hair is. Oh my god. But you guys, so I hope you guys did enjoy this good old video with my horror story time with my installation of my knotless braids, unfortunately. But if you did enjoy this good old video, go ahead and give this video a nice thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below. Join the TAM KAM fam. Hit that bell button so you can be notified every time I post a new video. And see you guys on the next upload. Bye guys.